Before we continue on, Bonnie, you had something you wanted to say.
That the woman in the audience was quite correct, that one of the serious problems on campus is a weight problem. And often kids will overeat till they're terribly obese as a way of contraception. Because they will not, because then boys are not interested in them. So it's really true.
Well,
what she's saying is a very good point.
I love psychology.
Wow. Well, according to Leland and Cynthia's book entitled Sex on Campus, 17% of the males polled said they want to look more like George Stephanopoulos. And 18% of the women say they want to look like Janet Jackson. Are you kidding? No.
You know, we would think maybe, except that so many of them said that. I'm talking about the George Stephanopoulos comment now. By the way, he's an advisor to the president. And, you know, a successful, attractive young man, powerful, and you know how power attracts women, so maybe that has something to do with it.
But right behind George was Will Smith.
Will Smith was number 2 at 16%.
And Fabio was number 5.
Fabio.
You didn't like that one. You have something to say? You want to say something? Who else has something? Bonnie, anything else you want to say?
Well, I want to say that, in a way, the audience, by joining up so strongly against the panel, it's a little scary because the group process is dangerous. And if everyone starts to join up and condemn the kids on the panel, it's very destructive because everybody is different, just like what the woman said about that fat is beautiful. All differences are beautiful. And you have to be very careful when you're in a group because once the group has one voice, it can be dangerous.
Let's ask the two young boys on the end over here. I'm sorry.
Jack and Yossi.
I wanted to know if when you get oral sex, do you use condoms?
When we receive oral sex, I try but don't. So we are.
That's a good point.
And it is a mistake, and it is a mistake, and it is a mistake, and I know that it's wrong, and I should.
Yeah, it is wrong.
No,
so you're not using condoms all the time.
And our survey found that.
So you're lying.
Hardly
Why do you make us out to be lying? I don't see why that's your question.
That's actually a good point because almost no one does. It's up in the upper 70s of people who don't use.
Never.
They say they never use condoms during oral sex, and that's just ignorant. I mean, that's just it's dangerous and it's not safe.
Right, but instead of saying, "Oh, you don't use condoms," you know, you should be. People should be educating people. People shouldn't be.
You know what? I will do my best from now on. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for helping us out.
For Tammy and Vanessa, you say that you're still virgins, right?
Okay, but when you fool around, do you use sex toys?
No. Excuse me?
Do you use sex toys when you fool around?
No.
I'm a pretty. Maybe I don't appear to be a conservative person, but I'm a very conservative person, and I'm.
The girl doesn't drink. The girl doesn't smoke.
Let's talk about how the media influences what students on campus will try. For instance, Tori Spelling is about to lose her virginity on Beverly Hills 90210. Ellen DeGeneres has just announced on her TV show that she is indeed a lesbian. And so how much influence does the media have on kids, you think?
I think the media is influenced by the kids. Yeah, I think it works the other way, that really the college students are setting the trends and then the media follows.
I disagree. I think television has had a tremendous impact on the younger generation as they've grown up because they've been television has been their babysitter, and they've absorbed the values, the confused values of television.
That's ridiculous when people, like when Mr. Bob Dole was running for president and he kept saying that a lot of films were responsible for drug addiction and drug overdoses in America. If kids have gotten to the point where they will look at a movie and want to be like the person in the movie, then that's ridiculous. There's something wrong there. It's not something that they watch the movie and that just set them off, you know? Right. There's something going on there other than that. The film is art. You can't deny people their freedom of expression. It's a different problem that's going on. Same with television. Society rules what art does. Art doesn't rule what society does.
We've strayed from the issue here. The issue is this. I'm like the basis here. We are not like singled outcast people on the college campus. There are everyone out there is doing exactly what we're doing, if not worse. And you guys should open your eyes and like see what's going on in the university.
I like the fact that you stand there as 5 very beautiful young people who are very proud of your difference, and you wear it on your sleeve and you defend yourselves for it, and that I applaud you for. I don't care what anybody else says. We'll be right back in a minute.